LEGO releases a ton of new sets every year. For them to continually release and produce more sets, they must retire a variety of sets every year. LEGO doesn't tell us every set that they're planning on retiring. While they do have the last chance to buy section on their website, it doesn't include every set that's retiring. There are a few reputable retirements out there that collectors and investors alike use to gauge which sets they should prioritize buying. Most people have heard of and used Fanatics. They've been around for quite a while and use distributor order forms to gather what sets are retiring that year. Brickset is a trusted and well-established database of pretty much every single LEGO set ever made. They have a working relationship with LEGO, and they give them all of their new set data once those sets are revealed. LEGO also gives Brickset information on retirement dates. Unfortunately, Brickset doesn't make that information available until about 6 months before that date is coming up, so we can't use them for December retirements until mid-year. There's also a third retirement list that many people aren't aware of. That's the BrickTap retirement list that's posted each month on the LEGO Leak subreddit. They scrape their data directly from Lego.com, and I found this source to be the most accurate in years past. I'll link my video up above where I compared which list was the most accurate from 2022. In this video, there will be two sections. First, I'll cover month by month how many changes we saw between Fanatics and BrickTap throughout each month. We'll be able to see how much these lists changed throughout the year, but also at what point in the year these lists started to solidify. In the second part of the video, I'll be comparing the Fanatics, Brickset, and BrickTap's final retirement list to see which one was the most accurate in 2023. Two notes before we get started. Brickset does not include polybags or Duplo in their retirement lists. Sometimes they include a few licensed Duplo sets, but if you want a complete list of those sets, you should check out Brickset or BrickTap. Also, Brickset did not post a December retirement update, so I'll be using November as their final list for 2023. Getting started with a month-by-month breakdown of changes between the two retirement lists, February had the most changes for Fanatics. They added 23 sets and pushed 7 sets. For BrickTap, they only added 5 sets and pushed out 2 sets. In March, BrickTap added 2 sets and pushed 11 sets, while BrickTap added 1 set and pushed 11. These first 2 months were very heavy with changes, but April and May were pretty light. April, BrickTap only added 1 set and pushed 2 sets, then Fanatics just pushed 1 set. In May, BrickTap pushed out 1 set, Fanatics added 2 and pushed 1. June was the last month for major changes. BrickTap added 4 sets and pushed out 18, Fanatics added 3 and pushed out 13. After June, there were no changes to the BrickTap list. They were locked in, but Fanatics still had a few changes. In July, they added 2 sets and pushed 2 sets. And in August, Fanatics pushed 2 sets. After that, Fanatics was also locked in, so September to December, there were no changes for either list. In total, across the year, BrickTap added 12 sets and removed 34. Fanatics added 31 sets and removed 37. We'll get into the accuracy of these lists shortly, but purely based off what lists finalized sooner, BrickTap definitely wins in that category. If you enjoy this type of content and appreciate the work I put into this video, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Let's move into the accuracy of these lists at the end of the year. First off with BrickTap, there were 3 sets that were on the list, but ended up not retiring. Those were 60335 Train Station, 21329 Fender Stratocaster, and 42096 Porsche 911 RSR. There weren't any sets not on this list that ended up retiring, so considering this list had 375 sets, that makes this list 99.2% accurate, which is pretty great. For Fanatics, there were 4 sets that ended up retiring but weren't included on their list. Those were 41758, the Friends Advent Calendar, which is really random, don't know why they wouldn't have that on there, 76406 Hungarian Horntail Dragon, 40174 Lego Chess, and 40646 Daffodils. This set did retire, but LEGO re-released this exact same set under a new set number and different packaging, so while it did retire, it is still available to buy under a different set number. There weren't any sets on Fanatics list that did not retire, so out of the 325 sets on their list, remember there's less because there's no Duplo or polybag sets, it ended up being around 98.8% accurate. But I will say, if you were only relying on this list, you would have missed out on 2 sets that turned out to be really great investments so far, with the Hungarian Horntail and the chess set. On to Brickset, which you would think would have the most accurate data since they're getting it directly from LEGO, but looks like they had a few errors here. They had 2 sets that didn't end up retiring, that is 21166, the Abandoned Mine. It's still in stock from LEGO and Amazon, and it's not listed as retired in the LEGO instructions app, so I think we can assume this set will be continuing on, even though it's listed as retired on Brickset. Then 71395 Super Mario 64 question mark block. This set is still available, it definitely didn't retire. Then there were a few sets on Brickset that didn't even have a retirement date listed, but they did retire. That was 10411, Learn About Chinese Culture, 10955, Animal Train, and 42127, the Batman Batmobile. Lastly, there were two weird instances where Brickset said that a set had retired in the past, but it didn't end up retiring until the end of this year. For example, they had 40461 Tulips. It said it retired at the end of July in 2022. That was definitely not correct. And then 75335 BD1, they said that that set retired in December of 2022. So out of the 374 sets that Brickset said would be retiring in 2023, they ended up being 98.1% accurate. Looking back at this data, none of the lists were 100% accurate, but BrickTap took the crown again for the most accurate retirement list. We saw that there was not a single set that two lists had wrong, so if you used all of these three lists and compared the retiring sets, you would be able to narrow down what was actually retiring. This can take a lot of time to do. That's why, as a perk in my Patreon, I have an Excel sheet that I update monthly with every set projected to retire by each of these sources. There are columns that indicate if each set is on each retirement list, so that you're able to filter down to see which sets are on all three or just one or two of these retirement lists. There's a long list of perks included in my Patreon, such as monthly exclusive videos, monthly group meetings, a Discord, and many more. If you're interested in checking it out, you can use the link in the description to sign up. To wrap this all up, we learned that BrickTap's retirement list was completely solidified in June, and Fanatics was solidified after August. We can't expect every year to look the same, but after the midway point of the year, there should be at least considerably less changes to the retirement lists. We also learned that each retirement list has their flaws, but if you use all three in tandem, you can really accurately tell what is retiring. That's all I have today. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like below. If you want to see more LEGO investing content like this, definitely subscribe. I put out videos every week. And if you have any questions about LEGO investing, definitely drop a comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.